Welcome back to probably one of the last few episodes of this particular series. I think we're going to do through the end of winter and then change things up and either just stream the last little bit or just go away entirely. I don't know yet. And we'll start something new after that and keep going with our 1 year perfection. And so let's get into it. And we're kind of just doing random stuff at this point. I'm getting golden walnuts. We're doing the iridium rod now, just to kind of get that checked off. And we'll fish up a few more walnuts at Ginger Island and pay a visit to the volcano. But otherwise, we don't really have much to do. It's an even day, so that means the pirates are there. So we'll do all the darts games and grab whatever missing nuts there are there. I think that about does it for that. Otherwise, our crop is looking pretty decent over on Ginger Island. And everything's in motion to kind of just coast a bit. The only reason I'm still opening those chests is to hopefully get a hot Java ring. And I don't know if I ever get that, but that is ideally what I would get from these runs. And I'm also still upgrading some of my stuff. It's not necessary, but I have a lot of extra prismatic shards. And frankly, there's nothing to do with them, so I might as well burn them on that. And then the dart game, which is easy enough. You just, play darts 3 times in a row. And that's it. That gives you 5 golden walnuts or something like that. Maybe just 3, I don't remember. But it's just another thing to check off the list. And yeah, this playthrough really did end up a lot more relaxed than I thought it would. I never noticed how relaxed 2 year perfection actually is. And how it's generally pretty easily attainable if... Oh, apparently I'm just paused here talking to the dude. It's pretty easily attainable if you just set the goal for yourself and try to use a little bit of strategy as compared to some other runs which are a little bit more challenging. I'm also trying once again for that stingray, which I did not get. Oh goodness. Oh no, maybe that's a stingray. That looks kind of like a stingray. Sorry, I'm yawning again. We're still getting more of the same weather. It's always wet and always really depressing. Oh no, it's a super cucumber. I guess that's something. But it's just been wet and rainy and there's no end in sight. With the whole super El Nino thing rolling in, it's pretty much estimated that this is what weather's going to be like through 2024. Super wet and not good. A lot more storms and just kind of a depressing environment. At one point we were looking at moving to the Pacific Northwest. And one of the main determining factors as to why we didn't is there's not very great weather there. Usually where I am, it's sunshine 300 some days a year, almost every day. And lately it's just been it's physically draining not having that sunshine. And I've never really experienced it before just because normally it's so nice. Even in the wintertime, it's not that much daylight, but if there is daylight, it's bright and sunny. And yeah, it just hasn't been like this in years. So it's a little bit of a downer, to say the least. But I'm hoping, we have one day this week that's supposed to have some sunshine. And yeah, I can't wait. It's just I don't know, it's funny, every summer we always hope it rains more And this year we got it all at once. And so like nothing in the garden is growing because it gets too cold and it doesn't get enough sunshine to grow. And it's just a funky situation. I mean, it's nice overall. Like the cool temperatures are nice for a lot of things. But man, you really start missing that sun. And so today is like another big gift day. And so I'm just grabbing all my stuff. I left some like more uncut footage of like how long it takes me to like prep all the gifts I do before I actually like get out on the route. And so that's what I was doing there. As usual, I'm just gonna cut out all the gifting stuff, but yeah, I don't know. At this point in the game, it's mostly just like inventory management. It reminds me of playing like No Man's Sky when that game first came out 10 years ago or whatever. And basically all you did was like inventory management. And that's for sure what it feels like when you have to give like, 28 different gifts. Oh, I'm so sleepy. It's, I don't know how people do it. I'm curious if anybody has like tips of like, it sounds like a silly thing, but like tips on like compensating for that missing energy you get from sunshine. So I just feel like nothing really does it. It's such a unique energy you get from sunshine. But I don't know. I guess like I was reading about the El Nino thing, and it's supposed to produce more intense thunderstorms, I guess, for like this next year. But it's supposed to diminish the like ferocity of hurricanes. So I guess that's a good thing. But it's kind of funny because like if you look at the map of regions that will be impacted by the El Nino weather pattern, which obviously is everybody, but in the United States, there's a pretty definitive line of like wet south of the line and dry north of the line. And I am like directly on that line. And so I don't know, maybe it won't be always wet. Maybe it'll be like pretty neutral, but it definitely feels like I'm on the damp side. But anyway, I'll stop talking about weather because it's not interesting at all. We're all experiencing weather. But we're just going back in the volcano, seeking out more dragon's teeth so we can eventually build the island obelisk, and pretty much just seeking out that coffee ring. And even the coffee ring, we have so much money right now that whether or not we have that ring for coffee makes very little difference. In fact, do we already? No, we don't have it already. I thought we did for a second. But because we can just go to the saloon and buy coffee, we're not hurting for money. What do we have, like 2 million in our pocket right now? So I could buy a pretty big stack of coffee, turn it into espresso, and never think about it again. So I don't know, maybe I really don't need anything from here. And even now you can tell I'm like looking up what I should do for each tool. And the only thing that's like super beneficial is probably getting artful on the club so we can use the special attack more often. But otherwise, I don't really need too much else. Oh, whoops. That was a waste of a gift. But we do have some more golden coconuts, so we can try to force ourselves to get a banana tree, because bananas will be like basically what holds us back from building the island obelisk, because you need 10 bananas for that. And so by using like the predictor, we can tell where a banana sapling is going to come from and just grab that and be done with it. And we're also knocking out the like casino quests, and we'll knock out some of the wizard ink quests as well, so we can actually build the obelisks. And that's what, like, I mean, I skipped the cutscene, but we got a cutscene when we went up here about that statue in the corner. And we're also dropping off that rainbow shell. We'll probably never use the casino, but I like to at least get it completed. You know, it kind of breaks up some of the monotony of our many chores. Oh, I can feel like I'm gonna take a nap. Like, sometimes you just get that feeling of like, I don't know, a nap is definitely in my future, but the problem is it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So if I take a nap right now, I probably won't be able to fall asleep until, I don't know, like midnight or 1 in the morning. And that's probably not a good habit to get into, even though it sounds really, really nice. I also like, I don't know if you ever take naps, but I nap in probably the worst way possible. Like when I go take a nap, I like get under the covers. I like basically like go to sleep. I do everything I can to get comfortable. And yeah, so I like get under the covers, turn the AC on. It's all pitch black. And then I end up napping for hours. And I don't know, I kind of feel like you should like take 20-minute naps and be done. And like leave jeans on and like do it on the couch. But that's just not my style, I guess. Also, I do something weird today. I like come here and I put down all my kegs that I just made, but I don't process any of the wine. And I have no idea why I did this. At this point, I haven't played this save file for like, I don't know, probably a month, so I have no clue what I was thinking here. I took the pumpkin with me. Like, what am I doing here? It's very peculiar. I think I must have just like forgot halfway into what I was doing and then just moved on to a different task. Because my guess is I was going to come back to the farm to put a pumpkin in the indicator keg, or indicator jar rather, and then go back and put the pumpkins in the jar, I guess. I just didn't do it. And instead I just like did other chores. So yeah, it's a curious thing here. I do wish I took notes. And it's like another one of those things. I know it's good. Oh, sorry, I cleared my throat. I know it would be good for me to take notes. Just like I know it would be good for me to like drink lots of water. And then I just don't do it. Instead, I just like play the game and then hope I remember whatever it is I was doing. Or drink a Diet Coke. Even though I have like 48 ounces of ice cold water right next to me right now. Or at least somewhere around here, I don't know. Oh well, whatever. Some things are just hard to... Some habits are hard to break. This one is weird though. I have to see those pumpkins in my inventory, right? Oh well. It's not really worth getting like bent out of shape about, I guess. I'm also like almost done with this room. Like, I'm pretty close to a point where this farm is like, there's only so much more I can do to improve it. Aside from, I guess, decorating. Which I could do. I won't do it, but I could. Until 1.6 comes out. And then who knows what this farm will end up like. But I just know I have all that extra, all those extra goods like waiting there to be processed. And I just didn't process them. So I guess maybe next time we'll do it. I'm just carrying around 500 some pumpkins in my pocket. while I do random chores. This is a weird area in the game. I come here one time ever, grab this one item, and I will never come back here again. Like maybe to get a void salmon, but otherwise it's like one of the least visited areas in the entire game. Well, you know, actually, well, for me, the least visited area in the game is probably the like bathhouse. I don't ever set foot in there. I know you can regain energy by going into the pools, but I don't think I've ever used that. It's like the slime hutch. I've never used a slime hutch. I probably never will use a slime hutch unless I do like a slime hutch only run or something, because I can never think of a time when I would need, I wasn't paying attention. I can never think of a time when I would actually use a slime hutch for anything. I know you can like breed slimes and do all that stuff, but I just never have tried it. Or even, I guess I don't even know what the benefits are. What do you get from it? Because you have to incubate the slimes. And do you have to eventually just kill them? Is it like a cattle farm where you just eventually raise all these little things just to kill them? Because that doesn't sound that good. Also, I don't know if you knew this, but you can get void mayonnaise out of this area. For some reason, the henchman here loves void mayonnaise. And if you don't have any on you, you can just fish it up. It's just right there. No clue why. And as far as I know, you can just keep fishing it up. I've never actually tried to fish up more than just the one. But it's good to have, I guess, if you need the mayo for cooking. Oh, I also like changed the way my dude looks, whatever. I don't know why. I just gave him like a darker beard. That's kind of red. And I made the beard longer. I have no reason for this. But I did it. I don't know why. So, and I changed my cat. So like, I don't know what I was thinking. But now I'm a different dude, I guess. And I have a different cat. It's kind of, I don't know. That's a weird thing. The wizard just can change your cat. But yeah, now I have the option for obelisks. And I'll make an island one relatively soon. I did finally plant all of those parsnips I bought, so I can hopefully get the golden walnuts a little bit sooner than the starfruit. But other than that, that's it. I think we'll do like 2 more episodes of this series, and then we'll be out of here. So I will see you next time.